What's going on, everyone? My name is NW97 and welcome to another Destiny 2 video. In this video I was actually going to talk about a very detailed breakthrough of the Warcliffe Coil, and just tell you why I don't think Warcliffe Coil is the best exotic, especially me personally, because there was some controversy I've made with my top 5 favorite exotics in Destiny 2, and what I think is the best. And Warcliffe Coil was not in the top 5. Even though I say it's a good weapon, I still don't say it's a top 5 because, for certain reasons, but that's not what we're talking about right now. What we're talking about right now, instead of Warcliffe Coil, we're going to talk about really just basically some new stuff that's been coming out with Destiny 2. There's a lot of stuff that's coming out, and especially as of this video being recorded, there's some new information being released, and honestly, all this stuff is coming out with Destiny 2, so it's kind of way too important to not talk about it instead of talking about a random exotic, because like 4 or 5 people didn't agree with my choice with exotics. Probably next week's video on Friday. We'll talk about it later, unless like there's some more updates. So I guess we'll just push aside the dubious. I'm sorry, not the dubious volley, but the Warcliffe Coil. For that, for a next couple of weeks or so. Plus, I got sick last week. I was gonna do it, but sickness happens, and I got really sick. I did not want to do anything. Like, I had some issues with, like, I don't know, my bowels. It's kind of disturbing, honestly. So not only that, like, my family's been sick too, and it's really been like, it's kind of been a cruddy time, honestly. So after all of that, fortunately, Hammer of Justice was well enough to do a game, just really a playthrough with Fortnite, and I highly appreciate him doing that. Like, shout out to him. So thanks to him, we're continuing on with our main schedule. So, yeah, I basically had time to record Warcliffe Coil gameplay, and I wasn't planning to talk about this, but this is the only gameplay I had available. So enjoy the background gameplay. So, in this video, we're basically gonna talk about everything new with Destiny 2. Like, what's the state of it right now? I gotta be honest, like, a month ago, I would say that Destiny 2's state wasn't too good. Just being honest. So, like, we literally just came out of some of the controversies with Eververse, and there are really a lot of mixed opinions. Like, some people say, oh, like, Eververse has been getting a little bit too far, just like how, experience versus using cash to get stuff is starting to get a little too close and all that. And there might be and you might make a case with it. And then there's some other people saying, nah, you just don't play the game enough. You can skip this stuff, even though, if you just play like 3 hours a day, just getting experience, and there's a right way to get experience and all that. And there was a controversies like that. Like, also there were reports saying that Bungie, like, purposely reduced experience on a certain update, and they didn't told us that, and that was extremely shady. And not only that, but people outside of the Destiny community was talking about it, and they were kind of comparing it with EA's thing going on with Star Wars Battlefront, and they kind of compared it to that with, like, microtransactions, even though the Eververse didn't count as the microtransactions they did with Star Wars Battlefront, because it didn't matter if you had power or not. Even then, like, people say, yeah, but there's some other things that kind of matter with besides using a power matters, and, like, you automatically get fully upgraded armor. And yeah, there were just all of that we just came out of. Then you had, like, some fixes that needed to be um that need to be in Destiny 2, like, simple things like, for example, the colony needs to be fixed for the PC, because if you had more than like 40 FPS, then like the tracking didn't work as at all and all that. Or you might have situations where public events don't pop up as much, just average things like that. It wasn't a really good situation, and honestly, it was probably a good time to people just take a break for a week or two and just play other games, and especially during that time there weren't much games to play, so there's a time where you can go back to games and just have fun. That was a pretty like long slash short month, because Bungie has as soon as the dawning ended, Bungie literally opened up their mouths and say, "Okay, we hear you, and now we're doing some stuff." So literally the first week, they showed us a roadmap of what we're doing with like fixes and updates and hot fixes and all that, and that was good. That was really good. They also showed us what they're trying to do with the future. That was working out as well. Then you had like random employees like John Wisniewski or Christopher Barrett saying, "Hey, we're working on certain things. What do you guys think of it?" And then people say, "Yeah, that sounds good," or "No, that doesn't sound good." And then it's like, "Okay, we'll improve on that." And it's like, "Hey, we had this new idea called Masterworks. What do you guys think of it?" And we're just making it so that improves the game. It's like, okay, that's actually a really good idea. Like, we feel a little bit more powerful with these Masterworks, with the weapons and all. It's like, okay, now we're doing it with armor. It's like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. It's like, yeah. Also, we're improving Iron Banner. Oh, yeah, that's actually really cool. And, Faction Rallies felt pretty good, too. There was a problem with, farming tokens, but we found a way. And, so, hey, don't worry. Since that was a problem, we're actually going to fix it now. It's like, oh, that's even better. Yeah, we're doing good. It's like, hey, Iron Banner is better now because of the, inventory. It's like, okay, I'm starting to like this a lot. It's like, hey, we have Crimson Days. It's like, oh, well, I didn't really ask anything for Crimson Days, but okay. And guess what? Crimson Days was actually good. I'm like, no, wait a minute. Like, Crimson Days doesn't have some of the bull crud that went on with Eververse. Like, nope. You basically can get as much stuff as you can without the bull crud going on with Eververse. Okay, that sounds really good. It's actually really easy to get some stuff and all that. It's like, yeah, we even give you a ghost to give you more experience. Like, that sounds pretty good, actually. What else do you got? Oh, we also have, some new mods for, specifically for the Leviathan. Oh, what do they do? They basically improve your damage by, like, 50% if you have all of them. Wait, say what? That sounds amazing. Yeah, it kind of makes you overpowered. I love being overpowered. Okay, have fun. And I did have fun. And guess what? Since you're having fun in the raid, we also have a new we have a new Warcliffe coil, you know, uh, a new, really, what is it called? A weapon ornament. And it makes it look amazing. Okay, it looks absolutely amazing. And you get this by the raid, and guess what? We also have some improvements on raid rewards. And I definitely saw the improvements on raid rewards. I'm like, okay. What's next, Bungie? Oh, we're also gonna have Faction Rally come back after Crimson Days, and it's gonna be a lot better than it is last time. Okay, but we're not gonna have, and also we're gonna have some, we're gonna have the the bosses be more improved on with the lost sectors, so you will have the same like farming abilities that you had last time. It's like, okay, yeah, that sounds really good. Oh, and also we're having a really big update with really bad exotics and making them a lot better now. It's like, okay, Bungie, I noticed that you've been talking a lot more lately, than normal, honestly. More than Destiny 1, I can tell you that. And, all this stuff's doing what you're doing. It's pretty good. It's actually pretty cool. I'm having a lot of fun, especially with the raid, and Christmas Days was amazing. And I actually enjoyed Christmas Days. Like, you know, there were like 1 or 2 days where I played Christmas Days for like, I don't know, 3 hours for each day, and I still wanted to play, and I just enjoyed it. And I also got some cool gear. Like I did the Nightfall, I got a cool dance, and you know, I got a legendary Sparrow. I got some cool shaders, and yeah, guys, I'm saying I think it's a good time to play Destiny 2 again. Like seriously, you guys need to come back to Destiny 2 and check out all this stuff, especially during the faction rallies. So that's all I gotta say. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you go ahead to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you guys. God bless. Goodbye.